Anterior dislocation of hip joint. So it is a rare injury, relatively uncommon when we compare it with a more common dislocation of hip, which is the posterior dislocation of hip joint. So here in anterior dislocation of hip joint, the femoral head moves forward anteriorly and out of the acetabulum. As you can see here in the image, the head of the femur is out of the socket, which is the acetabulum. So it is out of the acetabulum and it lies anteriorly. So this injury usually sustained when the leg is forcibly abducted and externally rotated. So now what are the causes? The primary cause is the motor vehicle accident, as this injury requires a severe force. Second, fall from height, and third one is sports injuries. So these are the major causes that will lead to the anterior dislocation of hip joint. Clinical features. When patient will come to you, it will give you a history of a severe trauma where there is a abduction and external rotation of the hip joint, and follow that there will be pain. So pain will be severe in the region of hip and in the region of groin. Why in the region of groin? Because after dislocation, the head will lie in the region of groin, as you can see here in the x-ray. So next is deformity. Affected leg may appear longer. As you can see here, these both are the images. In one, you can see that there is an abduction with the external rotation, but patient might report to you with leg straight. So you'll notice that the affected extremity appears longer. Next is inability to move, because the head of the femur is out of the socket. So both the articulating surfaces are not in contact. So the movement will be reduced and patient will find it difficult to perform the movement of the hip joint. There will be swelling and bruising as well, which is a telltale story of the trauma, and there might be discoloration around the area of the hip, which indicates that there is a major injury. Now, what you will find on examination. So head will be palpable in the area of the groin, as I have already told you that after dislocation the head will lie in the area of the groin, and there may be true lengthening when you compare both the extremities. So the affected extremity might be a little longer than the normal site. Radiology. So very first is the x-ray. So x-ray of the hip along with the pelvis should be done to identify any associated fracture or injury in that area. Further, one can go for CT scan. The CT scans are used for the further evaluation of the fracture patterns and to study the minor fractures which are present. Those minor fractures which are difficult to see on the plain x-ray. Treatment. So treatment includes cross reduction. Reduction means putting the head back into the socket. So it is a medical emergency. Now, why is it a medical emergency? This point we have already discussed in detail in our previous video, where we have discussed posterior dislocation of hip in detail. So the longer the head remains out of the socket, there are more chances of developing the avascular necrosis of the head of the femur. In most cases, this close reduction is performed under anesthesia. Now, sometimes there is a failure to the close reduction, and that calls for the open reduction. So open reduction is done when the close reduction is unsuccessful or fails, or if there are associated fractures, then to correct those fractures, one needs to go for the open reduction and internal fixation. Next comes the post-reduction care. So patient needs to use crutches or any form of aid for a longer period of time, followed by physical therapy or physiotherapy that will be needed to regain strength and the range of movement of the hip joint. So this is all about the treatment and post-reduction care. Next comes the complication. So this fracture is associated with complications. The very first is avascular necrosis. This complication we have already discussed in detail in the posterior dislocation of the hip joint, for which you can check my previous video. So avascular necrosis means the necrosis of the head of the femur due to avascularity. As you can see here in the image, this is a healthy hip joint with the intact blood supply, but if the blood supply is hampered, then that might lead to the damage to the head of the femur and the neighboring soft tissue structures, including the articular cartilage and the subchondral bone. So damage to the blood supply to the femoral head can lead to the bone death, which is known as necrosis. Next, the nerve damage. So nerves surrounding the hip joint might get injured due to the dislocation. Potentially, this will cause numbness and weakness in those affected nerves. Next complication is the post-traumatic arthritis. Due to the dislocation, there might be injury to the articular cartilage. So that will cause the degeneration of the cartilage and leads to the osteoarthritis of the hip joint. And last one is the recurrent dislocation. Recurrent means repeated dislocation of the joint. This is all about anterior dislocation of the hip joint. In case if you have liked the video, then share it with others and subscribe our channel. Have a good day.